guys, it's me, Tom, with Beer Sessions. I'm here with Ken Wright from Stone Brewing Company, San Diego, North County. This right here, of course, I mean, I'm sure most of the folks that go to your blog are pretty familiar with the basics of how beer is made. You've got your brewing, which is what we're doing over here. Combining the ingredients, cooking them, takes about 5 to 6 hours. Then there's fermenting, and that's what's happening in these big tanks here. Fermentation is going to take anywhere from about 3 to 6 days, typically. And then there's conditioning, and conditioning can take just a few days in the case of a pale ale, or a couple of weeks for an IPA, where of course you've got to add that third dose of hops and let it rest on the hops. Or you can condition the beer for a year or two, which is what's going on right here. This is our Saison de Buff, and this is a brew that we did collaboratively with Sam from Dogfish Head and with Bill from Victory. So Sam and Bill were here with our head brewer Mitch, brewing up this incredible Saison, and now we're going to just give it an extra dose of deliciousness by aging it these wine barrels. So I'm looking forward to tasting that one. Yeah, me too. Alright, so here we have some brew fermenting. This is Arrogant Bastard Ale in tank number 19 here, and we just brewed it yesterday. Okay. So what's happening, it takes 3 batches to fill one of these tanks. Yeah. This tank right here has 11,000 gallons of brew fermenting in it. It's not beer yet, but as you can see, it's turning into beer. This is our blow-off right here. The CO2, don't inhale too deeply. That will knock you back.
Oh my God.
No, it won't get you drunk, but you'll see stars before you hit the ground. We filled this tank with 3 batches of brew yesterday. We pitched our yeast. The yeast is in there right now, just turning all that sugar into something much more useful. You know, mostly alcohol, but also CO2 and all the other compounds that give Arrogant Bastard Ale, or any great beer, all of its complexity and wonderful character. So that CO2, eventually we're going to want to shut this valve right here. The valve right there is shut. We're going to want to seal some of that CO2 in. But as you can see, it is producing so much, it's going to find a way out. Either the easy way or the hard way. And since we don't want to blow up the brewery, we're going to take the easy way, vent it for now, eventually shut it off, look at carbonation build, and that'll probably be happening. Today is Thursday, so I'm sure we'll be ready to cap it off by Sunday or Monday. The hoses that we've been using for years, you know, they're designed to do a certain job. And now that we keep raising the bar on how much we want to do here, you've got to upgrade your toy set from time to time. So in the meantime, things get a little messy out here. Our newest toy is a separator that basically, it's a centrifuge that clarifies our beer before it goes into the filter. And that reduces the load on the filter, it maximizes the efficiency, and again, ultimately it just helps us make more beer more quickly. I'll show you this. Real quick. We're now in the control room for the Stone Brewery. As you can tell, it's very high tech, very well done. Ken's going to run me through a little bit of what goes on here. Well, you know, consistency is absolutely essential. And the truth is, you don't need a lot of rocket science or fancy equipment to make awesome beer. However, if you're going to make 100,000 gallons of awesome beer consistently and efficiently and maintain that level of quality that people are looking for, well, that's where the bells and whistles really come in handy. So the beer, and I want to emphasize this, the beer that we're brewing at our new facility, where we've been brewing beer for about 4 years, where we're at right now, it is no better and it is no worse than the beer we brewed at our much smaller facility, which is just a couple miles down the road. Tagloss-Abbey Port Brew. They're making their beer in our old facility. Where this has a tremendous tremendous advantage is just allowing us to monitor, record, control the process to the nth detail and to the nth degree of precision, and that's going to yield those same consistent, awesome results, but on a more efficient basis. So right here, these are all our fermenter tanks. They're out there right now. We've got 24 of them, and instead of using a whiteboard or post-it notes, which we still use to some extent, this has everything dialed in and uploaded into a database, controlling everything or comparing everything to our past batches. That way we know everything's dialed into the right pathway at all times. Isn't that a little bit? Yeah, and the nice thing too is that, you know, it's a lot easier to click a mouse than to use a greasy rag and a mallet and elbow grease to unstick a stubborn valve. So that has its advantages there tremendously. I can show you some of those. This one's for the top room? Yes. This smells delicious in here.
Wow.
Right now I'm just looking for my prop box. It gets moved around constantly. Wonder where it could be today. It's like playing Where's Waldo. Here it is. Here it takes. Here are some hops. I don't know if that's hops. These hops right here, right? Yeah, those are pelletized hops. These are the grains that we use in our smoked porter. That's the two-row pale malt. Okay. Again, it's going to be about 3/4 of your grain bill right there, and then close to 10% of that grain bill is going to be that crystal malt. Okay. Which we use in a lot of our beers. It's a Great Western malt. We use it in our pale ale. We use it in our levitation. We use it in our IPA. I mean, it's really a nice malt to work with when you're making full-bodied ales. And then we've got the chocolate malt right here from England. So you can see that's quite dark. Tastes like coffee grounds. Actually, yeah, our Imperial Russian Stout, we actually use black malt and roasted barley, so it's even darker. Yeah. The roasted barley isn't going to give you any fermentable sugars. It's just going to give you that deep, dark, roasty flavor that you expect in a stout. Yeah, we do care very much about sustainability, and that's why this entire roof right here is covered with solar panels. That's providing us with almost half of our electricity. Cool. So a lot. So environmentally friendly. Cool. Solar panels on the roof, that works for us. Yeah, and the restaurant right next door here, largest purchaser of organic and sustainably grown produce in San Diego County on premises.